Hello again, everyone. Nice to see you. Don't have a whole lot of time today, but need to move the ball forward because things are starting to get interesting last time. And let's carry on the tag of V0.9.1, which is the start of episode 10. It's hardly any change at all. I think I uncommented out like 2 lines in between episodes. I just didn't get time. And I've just woken up. Not just woken up, but just woken up and done a couple of sundry things. Over here on the Trello board, we got a whole lot of nothing. And kind of a game. So we're gonna have tile grid. Tile grid. We're gonna have colors. And that's what we're gonna worry about today. I don't know we're gonna get much past there. Let's get right to it. So when last we left our hero, he was a there was an ASCII grid that kind of looks like snow. Is there any way to stop it? Yeah, if we pause it, you can see. Yep, looks like ASCII snow. But we want better than that, and the better than that we want. Let's close everything. My goodness, close all documents. Here in the render function. So right now we're doing all of that stuff. We need a couple of things. One, we need a better wrapper for our blit function. So we have sprite here. I want to blit a sprite. Blit sprite. And I'll have a destination surface and the sprite. The sprite is the thing that we're concerned with. And because we are wary of type inference, and well, also because we'd like our code to be readable without having to hover over things, we will and there, blitz a sprite, and we can actually have it return bool. I mean, right. Essentially, this call except sprite that bounds onto, what is this? Well, for one thing, x times that. We also need a destination now, don't we? Well, how's our point structure looking? SDL geometry point destination. There's a destination point. And oh, of course, this is TSD service. Piped into the blit function. Our destination is actually dst.x and dst.y. width comes from sprite.bounds.width. Ho ho. We allow. You know what? I don't think we're going to allow this anymore. I think for a sprite, it's not a rectangle option. That's going to take care of it. I mean, really, if you have a sprite, why wouldn't you specify them? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, height. What don't you like now? What? Compiler got confused. Here has type bool. Oh, okay. Got to put our parentheses around something. So now, Blitzbright. Let's really context dot. We want sprite. And we're going to blitz sprite. There's going to be x and y. And context dot surface. Equals y equals x times 8px. Y times 8px. That should be all happy. The one problem we're going to have is in filling in the sprites, because those have sum. I don't need sum anymore. And oh, don't need that one. But need that. Sprite still turns out the same. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So now should work the same way. And it does. All right. For our next trick, we are going to need, we want to do color. In order to do color, we're going to need another surface. We're going to do a little trick. Actually, we need two colors. So we're going to need another surface on our and what to call it, because actually this trick I've used to do simple ASCII graphics a few times. Call it a work surface. Okay. And now program will yell at us because we don't have enough things. So I need to use work surface. Work surface is 8 by 8 pixels, 32-bit, and has essentially the same surface as our main surface. But one thing that I know I do not have is color keys. I have alphas in my images, but really because I haven't turned them on, STL's not really using them. So I have to look this up. I don't know what flag is. Let's get a libstl. To the wiki. To the APIs by category. And to the surface creation and simple drawing. STL set color key. Alright. So, setting a color key means treat the following color as transparent. And this is how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is going to set, we have a couple images. First off, we need color. So let set color key, and surface is the last pointer. Flag, which is a boolean, is the first pointer, is the first one. Actually, you know what? How's about this? We're going to have color STL pixel dot color option. That's what we're gonna do. So get you in a minute. See, you know what? I don't need to get the color key. I only need to set the color key. Why am I making both? STL surface native. So my surface is really surface.pointer. This one is color.isSum. Okay. If color is sum, then 1 else 0. That's another if color dot is sum, then 0 else 0. And these are to U at 32. That one's a U. I need STL pixel dot map RGB map color. I need a pixel format. So FMT. Map color T color value. Don't have FMT. I need to get my to take that, get the format from the surface. So surface, does it take a, takes a surface. All right, surface, get format. Oh, it's an int pointer. In the end, flagged at the last lap. Okay. All right. I'll let format pointer equal that. So now I have that. Now what I need wait, what does format have? So I've got format, and then it's a surface format, which is a okay. And that one is a pixel format, which is the very first uint32. So today we're so all I really care about is what that value is. So I got the pixel format. We're gonna native pointer ourselves. If this works out, uint 32. So here's our format. Uint 32 and read it. This is making some interesting assumptions. I don't just a wait a minute. Do I not need this at all? Wait. STL map pixel. Where are you? You're a pixel format. You're an int pointer. So, well then, what's the problem? Because I can get the format. What's going on here? Okay. Let's do all our bindings. Let key equal let flag equal flag key. What don't you like? You're completely fine with everything. Alright, I'm leaving it then. So if I set the color key, grabs the format, sets the key either to 0 or whatever. And then I need a way to test it. And also, well, this thing's now angry because of work surface. So I need a way. So at the moment, when we draw, we see our ASCII snow. What I need is to, if I set the color key, work surface, STL surface, set color key to, we're learning, the STL color, right? Open STL pixel, or this will never work. sum, and I think it's just red, green, blue, alpha. Red, green, blue, alpha. I didn't even go RGB. Red equal, green equal, blue equal, alpha equal. I want to set my color key to white. Now the thing is I don't know if it carries the alpha over. For the moment, let's make an assumption that it does. Because actually, it came from a bitmap. The bitmap has no alpha information. I actually assume that the type int. Oh, probably returns. Just going to assume that it does what everything else does. We could be wrong. Let's not be wrong. Turn 0 on success. Okay, now we know we're not wrong, but we do know that we have to ignore. So at the moment, if we set it and we assume that alpha is part of what gets carried over when the converting of the surface happens, then it will make our white transparent, which means that we will see nothing if it's successful. Okay, that wasn't successful, but I still don't know if that was not successful because of the color key or because my function port didn't work, or indeed there's no alpha information. So let's try an alpha of 0. And no. So what have I done wrong? So I set the color key, red, green, blue. Well, let's go in here. So I'm going to set it. Okay. Going to get the format. We got the format. Goes to something, whatever. Set the key to. Okay, all those F's. Says 1. So theoretically, so I am setting. Well, let's get result. Let's get storing it. Okay, so I'm going to hit F5 and success is true. So the call was correct. So I created the surface with these things, and for whatever reason, let's go look at some documents, remarks. And I got celestial tree, which is a 1, and the transparent pixel. Well, nice. I have no idea. My goodness. Well, let's try. We're going to go with, it's not white there. So what am I going to do? But isn't this fun today? All right, yep, we're going to maybe do color keys today. That changes what it is we're doing. So I'm going to fill my at the moment, which one do I have to set it on? Wait a minute. To set it on the work surface, right? Am I setting it on the wrong surface for some reason? Work surface, set the color key. I'm setting the color key on the work surface. So now I have well, let's just see how it looks. And still no. Well, that's interesting. So SDL set color key not working. Of course it wasn't working. Hey. Good old Stack Overflow. What? Hmm. Well, I've got an idea. What we're going to do is we're going to leave things so maybe look at these pixel formats. We're going to leave things in RGB 888. That's going to be in that format. My bitmap. Where's my surface? My surface is okay. Oh, I'm not. You know what? I don't even really know what format they're in. Wait, no. Take off my alphas. And make everything. Well, we'll leave it. I don't know if this is going to work or help or anything. Still no. Well, I have to admit that I am a bit defeated. And I will have to that's very, very interesting. So work surface, that with my bitmap. Oh, how I wish to figure this out. Actually, you know what? And I just did. It isn't the work surface that I care about. All right. And Biosec was shouting at the screen. Put it on the bitmap. Yes, okay. Because right now I'm not dealing with work surface at all in the slightest. Why am I putting the color key on it? Why am I testing it and making it? Okay. Thanks, Biosec. I could hear you. Okay. There we go. Now we can do the test 255. Well, we figured out eventually, right? Okay, so now, color keys. We've done some color keys, and all right, we've got 3 whole minutes. I want to set this and ignore. But I also want to set the work surface to have a color key of black. And what I want to do, because believe it or not, I can get through the rest of this in a couple minutes. Let foreground equal red equals green equals blue equals alpha equals 0 u y. We'll actually do context at random, not next. Byte. Boom. And boom. Doesn't know what you are. So dot color dot red. Pixels steal pixel. Okay, background, same thing. Okay. So I got a foreground color and a background color, and my background color I want to blip my foreground color onto my work surface. Well, I want to fill rect. Context dot work surface cl surface dot fill rect. What do I got here? It's we have the rectangle. Do I have a color? And foreground. So we're going to go with none. That's going to fill it with nothing, or fill the whole thing. I want to ignore it. I want to blit it to 0 on the context dot work surface. Well, not ignore. We then context dot surface we're going to fill right there. And this time we do care. It's going to make sense in just a minute. X equals x times 8px y times 8px width equals 8px and height equals 8px. And ignore. Putting the sprite onto the work surface. Then blit surface, or regular old blit. Down here. Split surface, source, source, destination, destination. So actually, I can put it here. HTML surface, split. So it's one on the work surface. To here. Actually, wait. Actually, no, I can't because it does not chain. Start a whole new chain. I need context.work surface. Alright. That's convoluted as hell. But here's what goes on. First, I select a random color and a random sprite. Next, I fill the work surface with the foreground color. That's not right. It should be background. So the background color. Is that right? I think this is, oh, okay. So first I fill it with the background color. And I've got my other things backwards. So the work surface should have a 255. And the bitmap should have 0 UI, UI, UI. Alright. Okay. So I fill it with the background color. I then write it on there so it'll be the white image on the background color. I then fill this with the foreground color. And then I go from the work surface, which has a white image, and the white part is the color. The white part is the character, and then all around it is the other color. The one major problem that I have is if I'm doing white. Well, let's see if it works. Let's stop talking about it and let's see if it does things. It almost does them. Almost does them. That is something. So my work surface, I set the color key of this. Let's go back to, let's do this. Let's reverse it again. And let's have black be the oddball. Red, green, blue, red, green, blue. So the bitmap has a black one. So it's going to show up as, this is really foreground. Not that you can even really tell yet. This is one of those things. Let's go. Do it. Make it happen. Work it out. Okay. Still not accepting the color key. Uh-huh. So I wasn't completely wrong. It's not accepting the color key on the work surface, right? Well, actually we can just, oh wait, we can specify always that we always recover from 0088, just in case that's our problem. I don't think it is. And it's not. But we are also out of time for the day, so put a little to-do. This ain't color can. And thanks so much for being on this journey with me. I gotta get out of here. So until next time, please try to keep the joy of functional game dev in your heart. See you next time. Okay, real quick. Yeah, I know I said goodbye. I figured it out. And so now when I run it, you can see any minute now. Yeah, it's exactly what I want, which is background color and foreground colors, and the text is right. So why? What was I doing wrong? And very quickly, I played around and said, hey, maybe the alpha has something to do with it, just like I saw in the Stack Overflow. And yay verily, I changed all my surface formats to RGB 888 rather than ARGB 8888, and suddenly everything started working. So obviously, while I don't know completely everything about how the SDL stuff deals with alpha, apparently alpha is a big game changer when you start having surfaces and want to do color keys. I suppose I could learn to do the alpha blending, but for what I'm doing here, it's really quite simple. I don't need it. Screw alpha. We don't need it for this project. But fixed it, and so it's in the end of show GitHub release. See you next time.